Dear students, I welcome you all for the online learning platform for the course Warehousing Automation. So through series of lectures, we are learning this particular course, and right now we are in the 5th unit, Advanced Technologies and Future Trends, and within which we are going to discuss the 6th chapter, Connected Warehouse. Now, what do you mean by the term connected warehouse? So we'll see one by one. A connected warehouse is an advanced facility where digital technologies, automation and real-time data connectivity merge to optimize storage, inventory management, workflows and overall supply chain visibility. See, usually warehouses means the term warehouse itself means storage, and so usually that storage space used to be little bit on the higher end when compared to distribution centers. Okay, so usually there will be voluminous in nature. So connected warehouse means when a company is having some 3-4 warehouses maybe in the same locality or somewhere adjacent to each other means, so for effective inventory management, for better workflow and optimized storage, this is very important, optimized storage. Why? Because we want to utilize the space volumetrically. So you have got three storage setups adjacent to each other and three independent, they behave as an independent entity, means obviously the efficiency in performance will be on the lighter end. So therefore when that efficiency has to be increased, so obviously what we do is we try to interconnect everything. So we wanted to connect everything, and finally we wanted to go ahead with automation to achieve the aforementioned task. Okay, so for that purpose what we do is we connect the warehouses and digitally we are going to obtain the data. It leverages the IoT, automation, AI, advanced software platforms to enable seamless integration of people, equipment and systems. In short, the resources within the warehouses and with external partners. Okay, so this is very important. Why? It means, see, the cost of operation is going to be on the higher end when we have as three independent entities. That means you have got three facilities and all these three facilities are working in a very independent case, means obviously the operational cost is going to be on the higher end, as well as it would we cannot call it as optimized storage. So therefore in order to accomplish this task, what we do is we interconnect everything. So the moment everything is interconnected, what happened is we can now claim the system is going to be on the proper utilization and therefore optimal storage is also achievable. But for that, how to go ahead is we should rely on advanced technologies. So the first, IoT integration. So deploy sensors, smart devices, identification tags and tools throughout the warehouse for real-time tracking of inventory, equipment status and environmental conditions. So without IoT it is not possible. So again I wish to recall the concept of IoT. Why we go for IoT is wireless communication. We can exercise proper connection as well as communication. When we go for IoT, it is going to be purely wireless. So that's the reason why do we prefer IoT integration. And next, automation. So automation is the need of the hour. Why? Because we wanted to minimize the human intervention and we wanted to maximize the application of technologies in order to accomplish the task of overall operational efficiency. So we can utilize the robots, AMRs, AGVs and ASRS for picking, packing, material transport and stock replenishment across all these connected warehouses. Warehouse management system. See, whether you pay, that is you use for one warehouse or other, we are going to pay the same thing. Okay, so the users, the subscription model or whatever the model, we go ahead with the purchase. So we do for one warehouse, yes, the same cost. We do for multiple warehouses, yes, it is going to be the same cost. So therefore ERP, that is such management system, data management system can effectively be used when we have got connected warehouses. Data analytics and AI. Applies analytics and AI for forecasting, workflow optimization, predictive maintenance and strategic decision making for all the warehouses. See, I have got 3, 1, 2, 3. Whether I do for 1, I do for 2, I do for 3, everything is going to be the on the same work, same task. So if it is able to work in a very successful case, horizontal deployment is obviously it is going to work well. So therefore what is the takeaway here is, to accomplish the task of horizontal deployment, yes, default it can be used. Advanced connectivity. So employs technologies like 5G and robust wireless networks to enable high-speed reliable communication, supporting mobile devices, real-time data access and remote monitoring. So remote monitoring is going to be one of an interesting area. So the same cases, when we interconnect, everything is going to be called under one roof, and therefore monitoring is also going to be easy. Now what all are the technologies will we be using? So the first technology here is IoT devices and sensors for environmental and asset monitoring, RFID or barcode scanning for item level tracking, robotics and automation for material handling, WMS, ERP and analytics platform for central coordination, mobile applications and wearables for worker guidance. So all these things, yes, by means of same application, it is possible on all the warehouse platforms. Now, what all are the benefits we can reap out of it when the warehouses are connected? So, real-time inventory control. Yes, individually rather than performing individually with respect to the warehouses, when you connect, now everything falls under one entity. So, therefore, data gathering is going to be easy. Increased efficiency. Why? Because now the area is being expanded sufficiently. So, the same material handling devices is going to be used for all the cases rather than independently deploying in individual warehouses. So that is how it is going to improve the efficiency, and manual labor is going to be minimized and errors are going to be minimized because of the horizontal deployment, and finally the output of the warehouse is going to be very good. Now scalability and agility. Adapts quickly to changing demand, integrates easily with new technologies and supports remote operation and cloud-based solution. Now this is very important. Why reduce the time, downtime and faster responses? See, suppose we have got three warehouses and three ASRS systems are there. Now one ASRS system, because of some reason it has failed. That is, some maintenance work is going on. But the product what we have got is highly urgent and it is need of that. Now how can we tally all these things is, we have got two standbys right now. They are going to be, maybe it might be used for something else, but they are not urgent as of the one first product what we have got. Now what can we do is, we can use it, the first can be discarded, now 2 3 can be used. So now what happens is, we have got a redundant system, we have got a standby system in which the response is going to be faster. We need not to give a sorry status to the customer stating that because of maintenance and other things I am unable to do the task. You can't give a sorry status. Rather, we have got two more alternatives right now readily available with us, and therefore they can be used to accomplish the activity. Enhanced collaboration and communication. So everything is under one roof, so better teamwork, and we are going to get all sorts of communication with the least possible time. Now use cases. Automated real-time inventory, audits and replenishment, predictive maintenance of equipment based on IoT sensor data, dynamic route planning for AMRs and AGVs. Rapid adaptation during demand spikes or supply chain disruptions, as discussed just now. Connected warehouses underpin the shift to Industry 4.0, putting digital transformation at the core of modern supply chains and building resilience against volatile business environment. So now everything is interconnected. So therefore, whenever there is a problem or when there is an unexpected surge, still we will be able to do the task. Why? Because we have got connection among all the warehouse. And now we will be getting into the concept of Industry 4.0, right from advanced technologies to the philosophies of Industry 4.0 will obviously be into the picture, and therefore we will be able to develop a better working environment as well as a business environment. Okay. So now we are in the end of this presentation. So this presentation took us to the summary of how connection of warehouses benefits us, what all are the technologies so should we rely upon so that the working is going to be advantageous. And finally, to close out with, it is going to get into the steps of Industry 4.0. Why? Because we are going to enhance digital monitoring as well as digital management in a warehouse, that is in a routine activity. So therefore these advanced technologies will obviously take us to Industry 4.0. So with this understanding, we'll just wind this particular topic. And the another important thing is, students, any doubts, kindly note it down. We can discuss the same during our offline classes or during our online discussions in this regard. And whomever is just waiting for some sort of problems with respect to say hackathons or with respect to their mini projects in honors degree or during your final projects, think of whether what sort of technologies you can go ahead with. Maybe you can identify a local industry, you can get their support and you can extend your knowledge to them, so that what happens when the warehouses are interconnected, what basis it is going to help them. Maybe you can incorporate all sorts of IoT based sensors, wearable devices likewise. So it is not only with respect to the theory part, not only with respect to the knowledge part, definitely if it is taken to the society level, it is going to benefit the industries. So try to work in this regard. So with this kind note, I would like to finish this presentation. So thank you for your active participation and learning, students. Thank you one and all.